Councilman Delfield, I like the idea of a parking structure. Thank you.
Hi, Mike Glenn, resident of Balboa Peninsula. I was there when the person from the Downtowner had the microphone shoved in their face and was asked directly, will this compete with your business? He's a timid guy, and like most of us, he didn't like public speaking. He certainly didn't like to be put on the spot. The fastest way he could think of to get out of it was to say no, and that's what he said. Spoke with him afterwards, as some of you did as well. This does compete with him. He's got a job to sell advertising on the side. His job is essentially a mobile billboard. That's what he does. So he drives up and down, he gives people free rides. The more people that he gives rides to, the more cars that he can get, because that's what he sells to advertisers. He's an on-demand service. This is a service that just runs whether or not people are on it or not. This is a service that will cause congestion, as staff already indicated on item number 6. When we have buses, it snarls traffic. I completely agree with staff on this issue. Buses snarl traffic. Every 15 minutes, there's a reason why we don't have buses that are going to be staying on Balboa Peninsula. These buses that are run by OCTA that take people from all over the county to Balboa Peninsula are leaving because of poor ridership. Laguna Beach has their trolley system. They're getting rid of that as well. They're looking to outsource to Uber. It just doesn't work when it comes to the money. It is true, you can look it up on the LA Times. I can take an Uber from the Wedge to PCH for about $8. Each ride, each way, is going to take $22. So if I go down the peninsula on one of these and back, it costs the taxpayers $22. When you average it all out, it's $44 for a two-way trip on Balboa Peninsula. Downtowner provides that for free. This doesn't make sense. This doesn't provide anything that the Downtowner doesn't already provide in the free market, costing both taxpayers and riders $0. We're going to spend about $250,000 to gain 40 parking spots. And we're going to do a trip in the early morning to go to Catalina Flyer. Those are all going to be gone. They'll be gone all weekend. So we're going to subsidize Catalina Flyer's parking for $250,000 for 40 spots. Is that what we're getting? I'm on the peninsula. I see who takes the bus. It's nobody. That's why they're going away. We've got these free market solutions that are already in place. This all started about 4 years ago, before the Downtowner was there. Downtowner's only been in operation for about 18 months. They've serviced 50,000 people themselves. They're looking for more. They want to grow their business. This will be directly competing with a business. The cost of the taxpayers of about $250,000. The cost per ride is outrageous. It would never fly in the free market, especially when you can get a ride for free.
Mayor, may I make a comment?
Yes.
Mr. Glenn, if you want to just come back up, I just want to address something. You're talking about taxpayer money. It gives me an opportunity, now that you're here, are you aware that you owe the city about $600 for your Public Records Act requests? And on top of that, over 500 hours of staff time has been devoted to procure those public records that you have never picked up. And
I've never asked to pick those up.
Well, they've paid to have them copied, which you owe $600 for.
I never authorized that.
Well, I'll let the city clerk comment on that, or the city attorney. But
I'd be happy to hear that, especially since you're doing this in public right now.
Excuse me, I'm speaking. You have filed numerous Public Record Act requests, and you have not come in to pick them up or pay for them. And the cost of the copying time is reimbursable. That's why you owe the city $600, according to city records. And the staff time, that has been estimated over 500 hours. And by average, on a fully loaded administrative position to copy that, it's about $25,000. That's just kind of at a rough estimate.
And when was I ever notified of this?
I just know that that's on the city's books, that you owe that. So before you start, all I want to say is, before you start talking about efficiency and taxpayer money, please pay your bills to the city of Newport Beach. Okay?
This is the first time that I've heard about this, and it's regrettable that you decided to bring this up in a public forum, because the city has never informed me that I owed them any money, ever. In fact, the only time when they said, if I wanted to receive public records, I have declined to come in and pay, because I said I do not want to go through that. So if they copied them on their own, that is their own decision. I think it's very out of line and very out of character for you to bring this up in a public setting. It's very unbecoming as well.
It's public information. Thank you.
I would like to receive a copy of this because this is the first time I'm hearing of it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
Next speaker. Yes, good evening, Mayor.